So far, Miami, they're doing a great job. I mean, there's what a 7-0, 6-0, something like that. So, they're in the same boat as us. They want to win. We want to win. It's a rivalry game, so it's gonna be heated. But I think so. It's gonna be a good game on Saturday.
You played in this thing each of your 3 years, and you've never lost to these guys. But what have you learned playing in these games about how Miami can be really good, or they might not be as good, depending on a couple of years ago, but they always seem to bring it no matter what in this game?
Yeah, like that's what happens in rivalry games. Teams play up for the games like this, and we both have something on the line. We're both undefeated. We both want to win our conference, and we both want to go into that big game. So it's gonna be a challenging game for both sides of the ball. And like you said before, we beat them 3 years in a row. So any team in the rivalry don't like losing three years in a row. So they'll be ready for us, but we're gonna be ready for them too.
Offensively, Duke Johnson's probably the best running back you guys have played against this year. What makes him so special and so tough to tackle?
He's such an elusive runner. He's not the biggest guy, but he always seems to find those seams, and he breaks off big runs, and that's what makes him special. But we're gonna be preparing this week, try to limit some of that stuff he does. But he's a good player.
The one thing you guys have done a fantastic job at this year is forcing turnovers. That was a big you've been talking to you guys in the spring. We want to force more turnovers this year. What's been the secret to doing that?
Just going out there and preparing throughout the week. That's something we talk about in our meetings every day. We want to force turnovers. We want to be able to get the ball back for our offense. We know if we get the ball back, our offense is going to score. We have a very explosive offense. So we stress all the time. We got to everybody has to get to the ball, and everybody try to rip it loose or get picks. So that's something that we try to do.
You've done that pretty early the past few games too. How much of a momentum does that give the rest of the team? Because everybody talked about how good the offense is, and rightfully so. They're doing fantastic. But you guys have really been that catalyst to kind of get the team going.
Yeah, we have a lot of good players on our side of the ball. We got a lot of guys who ball hawk guys who can find the way to the ball, who can pick them off and make plays on it. The coaching staff knows that, so they try to stress us, let's get to the ball and let's try to make big plays.
It's not just your secondary either. Every one exactly. Of your, if it's the line, the backers, the secondary, every one of you guys are making plays. Is that something maybe we want to see who's going to make the most plays or make the most turnovers?
Yeah, we talk about it. Sometimes we have our little bets like, I want to get this pick. LaMarcus will tell me, we're going to get this sag, we're going to get a pick, we're going to make this play. So we have it going on back and forth in the locker room who's going to make the plays. So, quite frankly, everybody's out there making big plays, so it's helping.
Does that push you guys even harder? Honestly, you guys are competing against each other too?
Yeah, it is. We got a lot of competitors on the team. A lot of guys who want to make plays. So you see one guy hyped up about making a play, he's like, okay, I can do that too. So let's all go out there and try to go out and get a play.
It was so funny to me after the Clemson, ESPN kept saying you guys weren't thinking, you were doing. And Coach Fisher said, if you're thinking, it's too late. So what do you think about that? And you guys what do you think about your momentum and your rhythm of your line?
We prepare every week. Throughout the week, we have our plays, we have our game plan, what we're going to do in the game. And the coaches have it put us in certain situations in practice so we can just be able to play, so we just don't be thinking. We rep everything that we see on film into our practice. So we do a good job, repping all that stuff and then going out on Saturdays and, doing what we did in practice.
And you guys have gone to number 3 slot this week. So how does that feel, or is that not something you even bring into your play?
It sucks that we went back, but, we're not really thinking about the range. Right now we're thinking about going out there and preparing for our next opponent. We know if we keep doing what we're supposed to do, we'll get everything we want, including in the rankings.
And earlier you mentioned that you guys are both undefeated. How do you think that's going to change the hunger and the intensity of this game?
I think the game's going to be real intense. Like I said before, both teams are undefeated. It's a rivalry game, and we beat those guys 3 years in a row. And no team likes to lose 3 years in a row. So we know those guys are going to come in here in their A game, and they want to make a big win. They want to make a statement off of us. We're the number 3 team. It's a rivalry. We beat them for 3 years in a row. They want to win this game, but we want to win this game too. So it's going to be an intense, crazy game.